Welcome to Purpose by Design with Dr. Pamela Henkel, a platform for people to share their stories, a place where change and healing can begin. Dr. Pamela stands on the fact that we are here on purpose, with a purpose by design, and not by default.
Hello, everyone. Look at that. Look at that. Now, look, I mean, this amazing magazine. Oh, and Nichol. And next time we're highlighting what authors. Turn that around again so we can see the back.
Next
issue is going to be, the triumphant authors.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay!
I'm excited to get that one going.
I know.
Yes, I'm so excited.
It's an amazing piece of work. What you did there, editing that and putting that all together is just so beautiful. And I'm excited for the final hour peeps, for Pastors Jim, John, and for Lonya to be highlighted here. Yeah. And to just hear a little bit more about their lives and their past and how they all ended up together. It's all in there. The interview's all in there. And they just really pulled back the curtain a little bit. They just peeled it back and gave a lot of content, a lot of their story, but a lot of great content for everybody. Yeah. So I'm super excited about that. And then, also just all the other, every little intricacy that's in there from our recipes.
I can do this backwards.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. All the little things that are in the
recipe.
Yes. Oh, that berry smoothie is so yummy. It's so good. Just all the
authors.
Yeah. It's just, you did such a great job pulling it all together.
And then we have, let me get to the back here,
our Purpose Award peeps, which is why we're here mainly to highlight them. Yes. So I'm super excited. So all of you Purpose Award nominees, peeps, we are so grateful for you. And you are in Design with Purpose in this edition, and you will be getting one of your own. As Dr. N and me. You will be getting your own as a thank you for just being so amazing and for you to have a memoir of your award. Plus, you'll be receiving your certificate. All of that will be coming to you. So whether you're watching now or later, just wanted you to know we love you. We appreciate you and all the good that you're doing in the world. So bless the Lord. We're off and running. So what do you have to say this morning, Dr. Nichol, before we jump in and start going through these awesome purpose peeps?
Well, I'm so glad that this is done, first of all. And I was fighting through being sick to get this done. Yeah. And I was determined, as you know, because you were like, we can put it off until June. And I'm like, no, it's going now. It is done in June. And my daughter was here and she's like, wow, Mom. And I'm like, no, I was determined to get this thing out in June. It was happening. I have a schedule. It's happening.
Yes.
It was like, I was like, I don't care what I got to do. It's going to get done. But I was just like, we've got so many people that I want to highlight. Yeah. And I'm like, if I don't get this one done in June, I can't do this next one this time. And I was just like, no, it's got to happen. And we've been sitting on this one for so long. I felt like it was never going to get out. And I was like, no, we've got to get this done. Right. And I love that this one, I got to highlight a lot the individual authors that I've gotten to work with. I've got Mr. Germany and Jaylonda and James, my husband, who has done a book. And then I highlighted Miss Jodie. This is her latest journal, Burnout to Bliss, but she's done 3. And she just is amazing. So I was like, I got to put you in here as well. And I've got other individual authors that will show up in future magazines. But I was just so happy to close the book on this one and get it out there and be able to highlight and then put the Purpose Awards in here. It turned out better than I thought. You see it on the computer.
Right.
as a finished product, but it's all the better when you're holding it in
It's so
your
true.
hand. And I love it because we do them in color, so it's even better.
Right.
And yeah, I was so excited when I grabbed it yesterday and could actually flip through it and see it. And it's not, this is our second one. We had our first one with Mr. Sam Humphrey, so we have got so exciting.
Yes.
Yeah,
You, Sam.
yeah, it makes me so excited that we have two. Yay!
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm excited to talk about your purpose of winners and to get them all a copy as well. And I sent out to our authors, I sent like their 2-page spread at the beginning. I sent that to them yesterday. And then, obviously there's also another whole article about.
Nice. Wow.
So I took their interviews that we've done with them. If we
Yeah.
didn't have an interview yet, I took their launches and created articles about them. So, and they turned out really well. I was really happy with how they turned out. So I'm just excited to have it here and so that y'all can learn about these people. It's just so fun to put more out about everybody, and y'all
Absolutely.
can grab a copy on Amazon, and they're out there. So you can grab a Kindle copy, but it's so much more fun to
Have
flip
it in.
through the pages and have it and share it with your family and friends.
Have
And just,
both. Have both.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so I'm excited. I feel like I haven't seen you forever because we've been busy, and you're doing so many new things with these amazing people on the front cover.
Yes.
And we've been busy. I've been sick, and you're just venturing into new territory, which is awesome. I'm so happy for you. I'm proud of you. And yeah, so yay us.
I'm so excited. So I just kudos to you, Nichol. It's so fun to work with you and to help create the content, but you take that content and make it look so beautiful and professional. So well done. Super excited. So now we are going to turn our attention to the Purpose Award peeps. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is our second annual Purpose Award.
Yeah.
And Purpose Awards are very dear to my heart. And I'll tell you why. Because the Lord gave the idea to me. It's not my idea. It's his idea that he loves to honor people. He loves to show off in their life and to make sure that honor is given where it is due. And so when a couple of years ago, he began to speak to me about Purpose Awards, it was really, really obvious to me that what he was saying was, hey, it's time to highlight some of my children out there. And I mean, everybody deserves to be highlighted, but we'll highlight as many people forever and ever as we can. But this was the direction that he gave. It was like, hey, it's time to highlight, and I'm asking you to highlight some of my kids that are doing amazing things surrounding purpose, whether surrounding the purpose of God in their life. And then he gave the categories, and he didn't short on that. He didn't mince on that. He gave me like a list of categories, and I'm like, holy smokes. Okay. So now I'm like, okay, Lord, who goes where? Because it was such a big list, but he absolutely gave the layout for that and shared each person. And as he shared their names with me the first time and this time, it was like, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It was a no-brainer when he showed me who it was. So I just want you to know, as we highlight these people today, as we highlight you today, you were on God's heart. He was the one that inked your name. It was him. He watches over us and he empowers us. And he is our vindicator, our promoter, our standby power, the lover of our souls. So this is from the heart of your Father today that you are being held up and honored. So with that, let's go, Dr. N. All right. Oh, this beautiful woman. I tell you what,
Get rid of this.
inside and out.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Ace. Community impact. Okay,
Yes.
so like just immediately it was her name bubbled up. Like immediately, Dr. Nichol, you and I have worked with her. I've worked with her
Yes.
on the coaching side. You've worked with her in creation for her
Yes.
podcast. And what her and her co-hosts do, not just the power of impact of what they bring,
Yes.
you know, the content that they drop week after week after week is so powerful. And I've been a guest on their podcast, and they know how to pull the information out of you, right? They
Right.
know how to do it and how to highlight and how to honor. But then any donations that are given, and people will give donations once they know what they're giving it
Right.
for, is for
Yes.
suicide prevention. And
Yes.
they are very involved in that, not just like, oh, here's $20. Like they really are making an impact in the community of educating people about suicide prevention,
Yes.
utilizing donations that come in from their guests or from their viewers to help promote that education, but then just downloading content week after week after week to make a difference in the community. And on my side, from working with Ace in the coaching community, working with her in introducing her to you to create their podcast platform, just seeing the excellence that she walks in and that she works in, that she lives in, and the lens of life that she sees life through. The positivity, the pushing out of the good, just this global awareness of humanity at its best, no matter what is going on. You get around her and she is going to bring out the good and help so many people. So Ace, I love you. You deserve this. What you do is impacting the world. And so I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for being you. Nichol, is there anything you would like to add in there?
Yeah, I've really gotten to know her really well because I think they've passed episode 50. So they hit their 50 about a month ago. And yeah, I've gotten to know her really well by editing their podcast. And she's so spunky.
Yes.
And she's so funny. It's kind of funny. I told both of them, and we're going to talk about Katie next, but I told both of them they are me and you. Katie couldn't be more like me. Ace is you. Personality wise, when they get together on the podcast, I mean, it is. I mean, if you look at the both of them, and I know you know because you've been in the space with both of them, very much. I mean, we were on a call one day, and Katie had her hair the exact same way as me, and Ace was just dying. She just thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not lying. We are, with the two. If we put four of us in a room, you and Ace are so much alike as far as just personality. And Katie and I are going to be the ones just sitting there watching the both of you go back and forth. I mean, and we'll interject whenever it's time for us to interject.
I think we should make a podcast of that. We should get.
I think so. I'll talk to them
together, and then you and I. Let's just manifest this.
Absolutely. But yeah, her energy and what she does, and she is a no frills, no,
right.
She just doesn't mince words, which I appreciate that. So love Katie to death, or love Ace and Katie both to death. And I might as well just move to Katie while I talk, and then you can talk about Katie. But Katie has gotten my heart. I love her. She is, like I said, she's very much a lot like I am. Our personalities parallel a whole lot. But but it's her heart. Her and her mom are the ones that created the Teen Suicide Prevention Society that everything goes to. And she is just a sweet, blessed soul. I love her. I hope one day to meet both of them, to be honest.
Yes.
But she is a sweet soul, and she helps her mom with the teen prevention suicide that they run, the nonprofit that they run. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten to know both of them, and I love them dearly. It's my pleasure to do their podcast, and to be honest, they shout out to me all the time when they're doing their podcast, and they don't have to. They're always giving me credit for what I do, and they don't have to do that. I don't care. And I do their podcast, and I don't ask for anything for theirs because that's my contribution.
Nice.
So it's just, yeah, they're just, what they're doing, I fully believe in. And if you haven't caught their podcast is called Touched and Empowered. Please go grab it. If you grab the magazine, their ad is in there as well, as far as where to find them. So, but yeah, you got to meet Katie as well, so that's good.
Katie's amazing, and the one of the things that I just immediately I think of when I think of her is her discernment. Discernment. Yeah. She especially has the just ability to recognize quality leadership and put it in place. Yeah. And I recognized that with her from the moment that we met online. Yeah. What a quality person, and really a backbone to the podcast and to all that they are supporting in the world. They're just powerful. And then together, I was going to say it's the dynamic duo, but it's not Batman and Robin, it's Batman and Batman, Batwoman and Batwoman, you know what I'm saying? So, wow, just so amazing. And yes, just want to give a plug. All of the information on these wonderful Purpose Peaks is in the magazine. So go right now. In fact, just look in the description, or we'll pop it up now. We'll keep popping it up, the link, so you can go grab the magazine. And you can get both. I did that. I have the digital version, the Kindle version, sent that to a couple of people, and also have picked up my own. I've been giving them all away. Otherwise, I'd have one here to hold up and show you right now. But I get them in my hands and I give them away. And I encourage you to do that, especially if you're in this one. Yes. Somehow, some way, get some and give it away. It's a wonderful way to promote yourself and to promote everyone that's in there. All right. Oh, so cool. All right. Who's next?
Oh, I know you're going to like talking about this one.
Oh, yes. Oh, Wilnord.
I love Wilnord.
This man of God. Come on. Dr. Nichol. I mean, is he true blue or what? I mean, he tweaks servant leadership. He just, it seeps out of his pores. Yeah. He's always looking to uplift somebody else. And no matter what he's dealing with in his own personal life, he continues to march forward doing the things of God. But he doesn't just march forward kind of like this and like this, like just ignoring what's going on. Yeah. He utilizes it as ammunition to move him forward, and is always massaging it into his story. And when he's massaging it into his story, he's bringing everybody along with him. And I don't mean those that are just in the challenge with him. He might be bringing some of them along with him, but he is articulating it, whether it is written, spoken, or whatever, or in a mentor form where he's talking one-on-one or to a group. He's bringing everybody with him so that they can utilize his story for their glory, for God's glory, I should say, to make their story for his glory. It's just amazing. And Wilnord is so quick to move. When God tells him to do something, whether it is helping his parents move, whether it is getting involved in a coaching program, writing a book, joining an anthology, whatever it is that God tells him to do, he does it without hesitation. He moves on it immediately. And with his past, the things that he's been through, and you got to get Stories of His Glory, Your Next Best You, other books that you can read where you can hear about his story, and of course this awesome magazine, and read more about him and learn more about him. Where he came from, I'm not going to tell his story, but where he came from, he could have just had a defeated mentality and just said, this is it, and made the best out of that. He would have made the best out of that. But he said, I'm going to change the world, and I'm going to make great change for my family and for my parents, and he's done it. And his family celebrates him all the time. You're seeing these little videos and clips about, and they're celebrating him because he's breaking the mold of generations and getting out there and showing that it can be done, and then empowering everybody all over the world to do it. Oh my gosh, Wilnord, we love you. You're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
I love Wilnord. He is the sweetest soul, like you said.
Jodie, look at that queen. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Look at her. Oh, Dr. Jodie, another one for servant leadership. This woman, both Dr. Nichol and I know very well. We know her well. And you know what? The more layers deep you go into her, you don't find anything different than what you found on the top layers. She is who she is, period. Dr. Jodie is amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, she is a therapist and has been for years and years and years, and is so good at helping others see the greatness in them, helping them find the tools to overcome whatever it is they're dealing with. But working with her on a professional level, her and I, with your help, Dr. Nichol, we launched the Mindful Success Academy this year, teaching people how to utilize all their higher mental faculties, how to utilize the laws that God has put in the earth to maximize their purpose by design. And it has been such a success. And so I've worked with Dr. Jodie in many different areas, but coming in and launching the Mindful Success Academy with her, I've been able to really get to know her as a professional as well as a friend. And she, again, like Wilnord, it just comes out of her. She leads by example, and she leads by serving others in everything she does. So thank you, Dr. Jodie, for sharing your goodness with the world. We love you so much.
Yay. She is extra special to me. We've gotten to meet her and squeeze her, which makes it extra special. She has feet, we like to say.
Yes.
We say that about the people we've actually got to meet outside of the screen. I had to do a woohoo just to make sure everything was still copacetic and connected.
Love it.
But yes, Dr. Jodie is a powerhouse in her own right and in her own realm.
Absolutely.
What she does is amazing. And I love that how she can connect everything she does back to the Bible. And which is huge for me, because what she does, I mean, she does hypnotherapy, she does counseling, she does all of that. And those are things that scare people.
Yeah.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
For good reason, because people have taken them and made them scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but her heart and soul is just awesome. And it was funny when I got sick. The reason I got sick is because my immune system was low, and my husband came home off the road and was sick. So I got his crap that he had.
Yeah.
But it was because I was worn out. So it was my own fault. But it was it was irony, complete irony, that we had just released her journal, Burn Out the Bliss.
Right. Oh gosh.
And it's literally laying there beside me as and I have no voice and I can't breathe, and and I'm just like looking at this book going, okay, I see the irony. Okay. I get it. I know exactly why I'm feeling the way. I get it. Okay. Ha ha. But it's like, yeah, okay, I know. And I knew it, as soon as it wasn't feeling good. I'm like, yeah, this is my own fault. But yeah, I mean, it was just like, but what she's doing is so relevant.
It's so relevant on so many
Yeah.
levels and
Yeah.
so many ways. And let's just say also, she didn't just fall off the turnip truck yesterday. I mean, you look at her and she probably
Who
looks like
knows what she's talking
she's
about.
like 19 or something. I mean, isn't she just what you do with not 19-year-olds can have a lot of power, by the way. But this
True.
woman has been doing what she's doing for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Been doing it, walking in alignment with the Lord. So, and then serving out of that capacity. So again,
Right.
thank you, Dr. Jodie. We love you.
Love you, Jodie. All
Congratulations.
right. You know this guy.
Which guy? That guy. It's my son-in-law. My son-in-law. I wonder if he's watching. Oh, Ben, how I love this guy. So emerging business of the year. So I'll tell you, worked with him. So he has an entrepreneurial mind.
Businesses. Yeah.
Businesses, right. Entrepreneurial mind. His mind is always
Yes.
clicking and ticking. What I mean, yes, his business is Amazon business, his coaching business. He's got multiple things that are happening at once, and he can handle that. He can handle that. He can bounce around and he can do that. But what is so amazing about Ben is every business that he springs up, he's always looking for how he can assist somebody else.
Yeah.
It's not about me, it's about we with him, his family, his friends, others. And he's not somebody that just wings it. He educates himself. He learns before he just jumps out there and starts doing it. He learns. So really what ends up happening is as he's emerging and he's getting ready to he's launching another business as we speak.
Yes.
He is not just doing that just on a wing and a prayer. He has educated himself, and then he's like, hey, would you like to come and do this? Hey, would you like to come and do this? So he creates this crowd around him that he is coaching and training in business. And because of that, it's always a success, because for Ben, my boy, it's never just about you. It's always about who God has brought in your realm to help. And I really appreciate you. And I love you so much, son. Thank you. Amazing.
Yeah, and you're right. It's never about just him. I mean, he's always talking to Donato, my husband, about everything he's doing. He's just like, I was just talking to him the other day or yesterday, and he was like, I was talking to Ben about what he's doing. And, he's always trying to get my husband to jump in with him, which would be great. It's just my husband has to balance bills as well. And it's like, okay, but I can't just jump into this without doing this, but everything that Ben is doing, he wholeheartedly believes in, and he's going, he's in it. He's not, oh, I have this idea, and he plays with it. He jumps in, full steam ahead, which is great for someone his age. I mean, that's the kind of mindset you have to have when you're younger, and it's going to do him well as he gets older, because he'll be set when he gets our age.
He's he's just in it to win it, and follows the leading of God in business, and his entrepreneurial mind is anointed. So thank you, Ben. Love you.
Love you, Ben. All right, Miss Roxanne.
Oh, look at this woman, man. She is just
gorgeous.
A powerhouse. She is. She's gorgeous. And she is in fitness and nutrition. And if you could see her biceps, everybody would be shocked. We can't see them because they are she's got some serious biceps. Okay. But the thing is her heart, again, is to help others and to be no nonsense about it, whether she is helping them on the gym floor where she resides, or she is doing it over Zoom or Messenger or whatever.
Yep.
She just, her heart to help people get healthy and stay healthy is so empowering, and she is totally led by the Lord on this. I mean, she follows the heartbeat of Jesus as she does these things. She'll put the stuff out on even her social media where she's reading like a scripture and she's highlighting it and saying, well, this is where I'm at today. And I also want to say that as she's a single parent, and she's doing a great job at that. She hasn't been like, oh, I just need to focus on my business, and my kids are just going to have to hang in the background. She is totally a mom, totally in tune with that, and marching forward in the call of God to help people with their health, their physical fitness goals, their nutrition goals, and with a heart. And she does it with a heart of gold. And she is not afraid to take a risk. And even if that risk that she takes didn't turn out exactly the way she hoped, she always finds the silver lining in it, and she keeps moving forward, and she keeps moving forward, and she's helping a lot of people along the way. So Roxanne, I love you. You have been such a blessing in my life. You've encouraged me in so many ways in my own health walk. And I just appreciate you, and you deserve this award. All of y'all here deserve this award. And thank you for showing up and telling me I could have biceps like you. Love it.
I love that. I've gotten to be in a room with her a few times with TIR and a couple other things. So I don't know her a whole lot, but I know every time she's in a room, she adds to it. All right. Next up, we have Miss Carmen.
Oh, Carmen. What a beautiful queen she is as well. Now, Carmen and I know each other way back, and have we like just gone through the winds and the waves of life together in many ways. And I just think she is absolutely amazing. And I love you, Carmen. And again, Carmen, I watched her. We watched each other. The terrain of where exactly is my call? What exactly is it that I'm supposed to be doing here, Lord?
Yeah, right.
Watching her evolve into where she is supposed to be has been such a cool process.
Yep.
And it's always been surrounding children, always surrounding helping parents with small children, always surrounding how to help a mom be better at educating and playing with kids. Just that, how to bond with her children. And God has set her in places where she's dealing with people from all walks of life to the rich and famous, quote unquote, to the people that are at a school and are needing a little help with their kiddos. I mean, all walks of life. She has, once she said yes to and surrendered and just was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. The doors that have opened for her, just, it's amazing what God is doing in her life and helping her. And she also has a really strong call and ability to help people write. And it's cool because English is her, again, quote, second language. And she is, with English as a second language, helping others write, especially if, guess what, English might be their second language. It has been so fun to watch you shine, Carmen. And so congratulations. Love you so much, my friend. Blessings.
I love Carmen. I remember the first time I met her in person was at John Tallarico's event. And she is just, I love the word spunky. She's very spunky, but I remember hearing what she told me what she does, her business she was starting. And hearing her say, I teach parents how to play with their kids.
I know, right?
And I'm like, wait a minute, that's a business? And I'm like, that's sad that that's a business. But it's so true that parents don't know how to play with their kids.
Sometimes they
And
don't, right?
they don't. And well, and it's because we're the generation of the generation of these things.
Oh, right.
They don't know how to put them down.
Right.
And I mean, I see that with my kids. And I'm like, put the phone down, your kid's there. Love you guys. But they know.
It's true.
But yeah, I mean, and they don't, I mean, we've lost that. And kids are so resilient nowadays, they'll just go play, they don't care. But to play with your kids is so huge.
Yes, it is.
And they're missing so much. So I love that that's what she does, and she's created a business out of it.
Right.
What an amazing niche that she's found.
Yeah.
That she can create a business out of that, and that it's a thing. I mean, it's amazing, and I love Carmen. She's always so busy, and she's an amazing mom, and she's always out there doing something. So I love her very much. Can we skip the next one?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm just gonna put it up there and pretend it's not there.
So really, she should have the Emerging Business Award and the Timothy Award, because DNP has just taken off. And so I want to hit on that. When Nichol came to me years ago, she's been with me for a very long time and helped me in ministry as a pastor, not only just as an admin, like, help, Nichol, I need something for the women's team, to leading worship, which is what her doctorate is in. So if you're hearing like, well, doctor of what, in worship, and ministry, music ministry, amazing gift. But when I stepped out, as the Lord called me into Purpose with Pamela, I'm not the type of person that likes to ask for help. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? I have learned how to ask for help. Okay?
Yeah.
I used to not know how. I am learned how, and now I ask for it all the time. Help. Okay. But I was attempting to do a lot of things that I wasn't called to do, and it was burning me out. And Nichol came to me and she said, did you ever think that there might be somebody out there who it's their call to help you? So I'm just saying that because some of you out there are asking for help, and there's somebody out there whose their call is to help you. And by helping you, they're blessed. And so I was able to say to her, okay, well, then I'm going to be agreeing with the Lord that he is going to bless your business for coming in and helping me, which God has, because here we are doing this together, which might have been a creation that the Holy Spirit downloaded on me. But all this that we're doing is because of the download he gives her. And so Nichol has helped people with podcasts, helped them with, live conferences, whether it is in person or it is virtual. She does the back. She's the backroom person and takes care of everything. She's worked for people like John Tallarico and helped them put together a breakthrough conference. And she was the meat and the bones there behind the scenes that nobody else saw going on. Nobody else could see what was happening, but Nichol was handling all ends of the conference. She obviously publishing all of these books, putting together awards, doing award ceremonies, working with universities now, Main Scene Christian University, building that out from the, I mean, it's already built, but coming in and being that backbone and that structure. Nichol does it. So why am I saying all this? To honor what she's doing, but to honor that she said yes to the Lord. And when you and I say yes to what God is asking us to do, that's all it takes. And then, of course, be willing to roll up your sleeves and work, use some elbow grease and work. He will open doors that, as Joel Osteen says, Pastor Joel Osteen says, no man can shut. Amen. Doors will open. God will take you places you've never dreamed, is what he says. And I love that, because I don't think Nichol ever dreamed that she would be doing what she's doing today. So on the aspect of the award of receiving for Rising Business and for this year, yes. But the Timothy Award I've touched on, she has come in from the get-go and been like, hey, you know what? I see your vision and I want to help you run with it. And we have run all over the nation. We have
Yeah.
run from LA. We've run to, we have run all over. I mean, I can sit there in the middle of the nation, all over. And when it comes to virtually, we have literally traveled the globe together.
Yeah.
And she has hopped in, whether it has been to make a media packet for me or run with me in an anthology or help me with any of these books that you see behind me. It's all Nichol that has helped me do it and has been my protector when I needed protection, has been the one that has pushed me out of the boat if I'm feeling a little intimidated and said, no, God's called you here to do it. That's why you're here. Go for it. I mean, man, we have done LA, we have done Vegas, we have been everywhere together, and just encouraging me even to step out and reach out to other ministers and ministries when, I would feel like, oh, me, I shouldn't do that. And Nichol, you have been there to be that Timothy to me in so many ways, and also many ways personal that are too personal to share here. I am so grateful for you. And I personally just don't know where I would be without you on multiple ends. And my heart is so warm and fuzzy right now because of what God is doing in your life, both personally and professionally. I'm just so grateful that you said yes and that we get to do life together. I love you.
I love you too. It has been a blessing. And honestly, you know how you always know you're in the right place because it's not, you don't have to work for it. I won't say work for it as like,
Yeah.
I have to work for it.
Right.
But things come to me. I don't have to go get them.
Right.
Which is helps me know I'm where I'm supposed to be. So it's an honor, a privilege, and I'm glad that you let me help you.
Yes.
While we're on people that help you, and where'd my mouse go? There it is. Let's talk about your other side by side.
Oh, Lisa.
Lisa.
Elizabeth Walker. Oh, Lisa, you're just, we've known each other forever. Like it seems like, I can't even remember the day that I met you necessarily because you've just been part of my DNA for so long. And Lisa is, yes, she's the other Timothy in my life, but Lisa is my prayer warrior. Not that Nichol and I aren't, because we pray together too, but Lisa and I predominantly, there's just so much prayer there and intercession there for others, for me personally, for ministry, and so much there that's prophetic. She just hears the Spirit of God. She hears things in the Spirit and she says them. She is a travel buddy to me for ministry. The Lord told her years ago, if I was going to go someplace and I didn't have someone to go, and He was calling me to go, that she was to come with me. And she has always been obedient to do that. It's always just been such a blessing because whether it is, like when my spiritual father was getting ready to go home to be with the Lord, when Papa Joe was getting ready, and the Holy Spirit said, get up and go. You need to go. If you want to see him again, this side of glory, you need to go. I called her and I said, I need to go. And she said, I need to go with you. And I had a family member in the hospital.
Yep.
And I was lacking sleep, but I knew that the Lord said to go, and I knew that that family member was going to be okay. And in fact, as soon as I said yes to going and like actually made the decision to go, that person in the hospital went home.
Right.
The hospital, I should clarify that, went home to the hospital, to their physical home.
Right.
So, clarify that. Oh my gosh. So, Lisa picked me up. She knew I was exhausted. And I climbed in the car and she said, go to sleep.
Yep.
And I slept almost the whole way to Kansas where we were going. And then just part of the perks, when God calls you to run alongside someone for a season or for, what a reason, a season for however long,
Yeah.
are such perks and bonuses. You know this to be true. I know it to be true because of those that I have run alongside.
Yeah.
We were sitting in Papa Joe's hospital room, and she was there as he pronounced blessings upon me, upon my family, prophesied over me about things that are happening right now with those leaders that are on the cover there of Designed with Purpose and at
Yeah.
Living Church and Living Word Christian Center. And as he was saying them, I thought, honestly, is this like the morphine they're giving him?
Right.
And I'm like, no, this is a man of God. He hears from the Lord. And although it was years down the road,
Yeah.
6 years before things would begin to really come into alignment there,
Yeah.
he was hearing. And Lisa was there to hear all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then leaders, like speaking into her
Yes.
because of how she is a blessing to me. And you've had that happen too, Nichol. But,
Yeah.
she has just walked the talk. And the other shout out I want to give to her is she taught me what it means to be married to Jesus.
Mm.
She taught me what
Yeah.
that means, but not by her lecturing me, by her example of how, she has allowed the Lord to be that husband in her life. Not that there isn't one coming in the for her, but how, he taught her that. And by her example, she taught that to me, from anything to believing God for flowers,
Yeah.
to tuition payment, to just feeling like a special daughter. She has allowed me to watch and learn, and that has helped me develop that in my own life. And whether you're married or not,
Yes.
your spouse cannot be all things to you at all times.
That's
And
right.
it's so easy to get hurt. Like, oh, I want flowers. How come he doesn't know? Or how come she doesn't know that I'm hurting right now? But if you will look to Jesus to be that ultimate person to you, Jesus will fill those spots that the spouse might be accidentally missing, or maybe going through their own stuff and they are not able to see it. But then also be able to come back to that person that's in your life in a way that will be non-threatening to them and help them to see what they need to do and empower them to do it. And if you are single and you are looking to Jesus to be that person, Jesus will be that person to you.
Yes.
Then will bring the right person to you. And you won't have to be fearful about whether or not it's the right person, because that person will come from God. As they should always come from God. But so the Timothy Award, for years of just walking with me and seeing what God is doing and how we can jump in with him, is you've taught me a lot, and you've been by my side, Lisa. I'm so grateful. So thank you. Yay. And yes, absolutely. I just saw that, what you said. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He is supposed to be our spouse.
Yes, Lisa, we love Lisa. I've gotten to know Lisa over the past few years. I know when I first met Lisa, she was one of those quiet ones you're not sure what to think about. But I will say, the quiet ones, especially in church, they're quiet for a reason. They're watching, but it's so funny because if you get close enough to Lisa when she's in church, she's praying.
Yep.
And usually in tongues, and she's just praying. She's always praying. She's always praying. Amen. And that's awesome.
Yes.
And I've heard, like you said, she's always prophetic. I've heard her say things that I'm thinking to you. And it's like, yeah, it's awesome to be in that space when the three of us are together and traveling and stuff. And we've really began to gel and stuff now when we travel, and it's really fun. And I love Lisa. Sometimes I don't think she's sure what to think of me, but that's okay. That's normal. My kids are the same way, so it's okay.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
This next time is Dr. Pamela and Dr. Nichol talk more about the Purpose Award winners and Designed with Purpose magazine. Thank you for joining us for Purpose by Design with Dr. Pamela Henkel. You can learn more about Dr. Pamela and her world at purposewithpamela.com. See you next time on Purpose by Design.